Hey, what's up? We're back with another episode of Jack and Joe. What do you know? Today on this segment, Jack's going to introduce the first one.
Well, before I do that, Joe, I just like to say that this episode of Jack and Joe What Do You Know is brought to you by the Polar Pop, and that is funding the Special Olympics. What you can do down by the cafeteria before you get your lunch, there's bowls set outside. Put your money in the bowl for the teacher who you want to pop an ice cold water balloon over their head. If you could do that, it'd be greatly appreciated. But other than that, Joe, first segment today is build your perfect sandwich. So if you walk into a restaurant, they say, "Sir, what can I do for you to make your perfect sandwich?" And for me, the first ingredient of a perfect sandwich is the bread. The bread holds it all together. And for me, my perfect bread for a sandwich is ciabatta. I love ciabatta bread. It's just a nice vessel for the sandwich. It's very soft, very tasty. I love it. Joe, what bread were you thinking?
First of all, I'm just going to say your decision is just beyond dumb. I can't. These are words I can't use because it's going to be shown to students, but they're in my head and I'm thinking of them. Anyways, I would first definitely start off with toasted rye bread. Love it on Rubens, and it's a thick bread. It's always good. It has extra flavor more than just plain bread. So always good. Always a good choice for me. And so I'm going to go into our second ingredient, which I personally go with is garlic mayonnaise. I love
Great choice.
garlic mayonnaise. Places like Red Robin has it. It's delicious. I love it. Anytime I see any restaurant that has it available, either as a spread or a dip, I immediately get it. So that's definitely my spread, my main spread.
Now, my main spread for my perfect sandwich would be ranch. Now, hear me out. For my meat selection on this sandwich, because every good sandwich has to have a meat, I have a nice slice of fried chicken, and that's all basted in hot sauce for a nice buffalo chicken sandwich. The nice coolness of the ranch, the spiciness of the hot sauce makes for just an absolute sensation in your mouth, quite frankly. And then, other than that, like a great sandwich is a simple sandwich. So all you need other than that is just lettuce, tomato, onion, maybe some like chips if you want to go crazy. But other than that, a simple sandwich is a great sandwich. So that's all you really need. What do you need on yours, Joe?
I'll agree with you on one thing. Is the chicken. Chicken is definitely the best way to go. I love
Definitely.
crispy, fried chicken. Not the healthiest, but who cares? Who really does
Hey, you
care? I
live
mean,
once.
yeah, we're young. I occasionally walk, so I definitely burn it off eventually. Um,
But you do know that volt, so you're definitely
yeah,
gonna
the
burn those
Volt, the Volt.
calories doing the volt.
I mean, the Volt. I'm pretty much. It's too much work for me sometimes. I can't deal with
It's
it.
pretty tough.
It's intense. It's intense.
It is.
But after that, I mean, I'd go with you definitely with the lettuce, not tomatoes or onions. I can't do tomatoes. I hate the texture. It
Unbelievable.
makes me kind of sick to think about it. And onions, ugh. I can't stand them.
The
But
man who gets rye bread can't eat an onion or tomato.
hey, I don't choose what I like. It's just my body. My body likes what it likes. And lastly, bacon. I would put so much bacon, and not like crispy bacon. I mean, like I barely cook it. I mean, I'm practically putting on pork.
Raw bacon.
I'm cutting it out of the pig and putting it in my mouth at that point, pretty much. All right, so that's our sandwich,
That's
Jack.
a great sandwich.
Jack,
Great sandwich.
what's the next section?
Next segment is going to be a would you rather, just like last episode. Last episode, we talked about would you rather have $1 million or have the game winning moment in any sport event, such as the game winning touchdown or a 3-point shot or home run. But for this episode, this would you rather is would you rather be fluent in every language or have a perfect physique for the rest of your life?
That's tough, but I mean, I like to think of myself as a man of culture. I took 3 years of French, so I know
Man, teaching you good.
Mr. Van, bonjour. That's
Shout
just
out to Mr. Van Scoy.
great teacher. But yeah, definitely language. Imagine going any place in the world and being able to speak what they're speaking. I mean, there's no language barrier. And if you're going for the culture experience, you get to experience that to the fullest. Like you're going to some place like India, and now I can speak their language. And I don't know it. I don't know it, but I'll tell you, I would know it if I knew all the language. I would know it for sure. So that'd definitely be the all the languages over physique. How about you?
Well, Joe, just like a lot of segments on this show, I'm going to have to disagree with you again. I'm going with the perfect physique. Now, hear me out. I understand what you talk about with the translating and how you can speak every language, be able to speak with really anyone in the world, really. But there's this great thing on your phone called Google Translate. So I could just have him speak into the phone, and Google does it for me. I don't need it. Plus, when something like a perfect physique is on the line, I mean, come on. I mean, be healthy for the rest of your life, live to beyond the human expectancy. I mean, come on, people. It's the easy, obvious decision here. There's no reason for you to be picking the languages, honestly. I mean,
Just I'm gonna stop you right there. You could get killed. There's so many things wrong with that because then you'd be left out. Imagine someday when you're old and there's other fat old people, they're gonna hate you. They're gonna despise you, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Continue though. Continue.
okay, we got one more segment here for this episode, and it's an interesting one. So what I'm going to do is myself, I think I'm a little bit of a comedian, you know. I got a funny bone here and there. So I'm going to make Joe attempt to make Joe laugh in 3 tries. I got some good jokes up my sleeve. So, Joe, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. First joke. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
I don't know.
Because the P is silent. Did I hear a laugh? Did I hear a laugh?
No, you didn't.
No? You sure?
Continue.
Okay. All right. Next joke. Are you ready? What do you call a coniferous tree that bears fruit?
I don't know.
A pineapple tree. What was that?
Nothing.
I might have heard something, folks.
No.
That might have been a laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to my final attempt to make you laugh. You ready? I'll give you a couple seconds. I know the last one's pretty good.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. Here is the final joke. What do glue, a piano, and tuna have in common?
I don't know.
You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna. We got him, folks, on the 3rd try. We got him. All right, folks. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to this 2nd episode of Jack and Joe, What Do You Know?